My name is Alfonso Severos, and this is the Peripheral View. The Peripheral View is a weekly doc series on short docs addressing those issues, variety of issues now, on the edge of the news. I taught college for many years, and every semester in my Introduction to Psych class, I ask students a very simple question: define mind. M-I-N-D. Now, everyone knew exactly what I was talking about when I used that term mind. Yet, people had a difficult time defining it. Some students defined it one way, others another. I had a variety of possible definitions. But I am going to take this short video to explain mind and how we understand it today based on modern psychology and neuroscience. But before I go into the definition of mind, you first have to understand the definition of psychology. And the definition of psychology is that it is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Three key components. Scientific study. And what do I mean by scientific study? It's based and rooted in science. Psychology is a science. And that raises another question. What constitutes a science? What makes something a science versus something that's non-science? Well, it's a very simple answer. In order for a discipline, any discipline, to be a science, it has to use the scientific method of inquiry, a method of coming to conclusions and supporting or refuting their conclusions, the scientific method. Psychology uses the scientific method. Sociology uses the scientific method. Political science and economics, that's why we call those social sciences. A variation of the scientific method is used by chemistry, biology, physiology. And those are your physical sciences. So in that definition, psychology is the scientific study of behavior, and behavior is what people do. It's observable, it's measurable. Of behavior and mental processes. And this is where it gets a little tricky, because what is meant by mental processes? And mental processes, all the activity that occurs in your brain, like thinking, knowing, understanding, all your cognition, your perception, your dreams, your imagination, your intelligence. It's all mental processes. The activity of the brain. Whoa. Psychology is rooted in biology, modern psychology. So, what is mind? Simple definition. I'll give you the neuroscience definition of mind. Mind is what the brain does. Wow. If it's in the mind, it's in the brain. You can't have any experience outside of your brain that we know of or can prove. Every experience is in the brain. So when someone says it's in your mind, it's also in your brain. So people misuse that. I'll give you an example. A person can have asthma, and the asthma can be caused by a young lady who has asthma, and every time she gets in an argument with her mother, she catches an asthma attack. Someone else can have asthma, and because that person lives near a bus depot, and you have all these fumes coming out, causing asthma and asthma attack. Now, if I was to ask you which asthma is real or which asthma is fake, or if both had to go to an emergency room, which one should the nurse treat both? Which one is more serious? The fact is, both are very serious and both are equal. The only difference is the cause. In example one, the asthma being created by emotional instability is just as serious as the asthma being caused by pollution. And in both cases, if untreated, it can kill you. So, understand mind. Mind is what the brain does. There is no separation from mind and body. So when people say, oh, it's all in your mind, it's all in your brain, it's all in your body. So every experience you have is in your mind because it's in your brain. For everything you do or experience, there's some activity in that brain. So there's my definition. Hopefully that gives a clearer understanding of this term mind. And we begin to look at ourselves. If I get emotionally upset or any other emotional experience, and people say it's in your mind. No, it's in your brain. If I get emotionally upset to this extent that I am depressed and suffer from depression, and I go to the doctor and they provide an antidepressant, that drug doesn't go to any mystic place called the mind. That drug restores a chemical imbalance in the brain. I can take an antidepressant, a Prozac, feel better, my depression is gone. So every emotion, every thought is in the brain, and it's absolutely amazing. So that gives you an idea of this thing called mind. All right, mind is what the brain does, and the brain consists of everything you experience. All right, okay, that's a little elementary psychology. I hope you enjoyed that. Until the next time.